right, so it's later in the day and I haven't ate anything today. I'm trying to hit my macros, that 170 grams of protein. My wife's doing 140. I said 150 on the last video. But I'm going through the day and I was like, well, I got home from work and I'm like, if I'm eating just protein today and I'm cutting out the fat, then I have nothing to eat because I didn't have chicken ready. So I bought some chicken that was pre-packaged from the butcher shop on sale, and then I put it in the sous vide machine. So chicken breast at 144 degrees or something like 145 for 3 hours, 3-4 hours. But this is what people don't realize, like on the carnivore diet, just eat fatty cuts of meat and that's it. Okay, you can do that. I've done that. Because when you start trying to measure your food and pay attention to macros and stuff, like it can be exhausting. But I think that's what I need to do. But I pulled this out, I'm like, well, this big chunk is mine, which is actually 23 ounces, and I only need 20, so I'm a little bit over. Then my wife's little thing, for some reason, she's only looking at grams. So there's ounces, there's grams, there's math. I'm just hungry, I want to eat food. And that chicken looks good, but if it's gonna be dry and I can't dip it in butter because I'm trying to make sure I burn fat on my body, but keep my body rolling with the protein, and I'm doing all these things and I'm hungry and frustrated. It's complicated. It takes more effort than I want it to. Hey, hun. Yeah. So you're doing it today and you're trying to keep track of these things.
Yeah.
Speak into my chest.
Hey.
Tell me what it's been like for you today.
What?
I'll speak into your chest because I kind of thrust this on you last minute. We haven't really thought it out.
So as far as food stuff, I feel like it hasn't been super complicated other than instead of making like a keto pancake that tastes yummy out of my eggs, I had to eat like fried eggs. I don't know, just trying to think through what my options are that are going to have good protein fat ratios, and just making sure I hit those numbers I think is a challenge for me. Like I have half a stick to melt with butter to melt with dinner to hit my fat number because I didn't eat enough fat today. So we'll see how it goes.
And we're working with, like, we downloaded Chronometer, the app, and it's like definitely not for like, it's not set up for carnivore. It's like saying that you're like way over.
It's yelling at me at how much fat I've eaten, and I think I have like 7 carbs today, and so it's like because I think I'm supposed to have like 128 or something if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so it's going by way different recommendations than what your husband is, and your husband obviously is right. Obviously.
Well, yeah, and do you want me to talk about the nickel thing I was planning to do anyway, or you want to skip that?
Well, you can bring it up. I already talked about it on the last video.
Oh, okay. So I had been planning to do a low nickel diet anyway because of all the skin issues I've been having. And so I feel like this is going to be a really good reset for that too, because meat is low nickel, and butter and, you know, the things that I would want to eat anyway. So this, I feel like having already said I'm going to stick with those parameters to see if I can get some healing, this is a lot easier than it would have been if it had just been like, I have to do it just for a weight reset or whatever. Like I feel like I have a very strong motivation right now. So it's worth the effort for me at the moment.
So I'm going to eat my chicken breast. Yeah, so I'm just going to grill up this chicken breast and I'm going to eat it, and we'll see if it brings me joy. Stick around to see if it brings me joy. Just put some salt on this. It's already cooked, perfect temperature. Let's try to get some color on it. Nothing crazy, super simple. Always when you start like tracking your food or new diets or anything, you get this moment like you're standing on the edge of a cliff, like what have I done? Well, I'm gonna jump and I'm just gonna continue the jump and see where I go. Ironically, like I felt pretty good today. My shoulders weren't hurting that bad, and had a good day at work. I think that heat really wears it out of me. But I'm already thinking, well, tomorrow I'm gonna eat breakfast. I'm gonna eat some eggs. I'm gonna need some fat. I'm gonna need some fuel for my body. Well, Aaron, there's plenty of fat on your body. Plenty of fat, supposedly. I think it's all muscle. It's all muscle. That's not as much of a char as just a bunch of burnt oil. I put so much meat on here, man. I'm gonna force myself to eat all this chicken breast, and it may or may not be good. But I was telling my wife, I was like, you know, dipping it in butter That can be good. Chicken and butter tastes really good. Maybe with a little butter with a little bit of cinnamon is good, depending on, you know, your diets. She's like, can I have mustard? I was like, if you're gonna eat any condiment, mustard's probably the one I would recommend. It's probably the best, the least trash. All right, I'll see you guys at the table. What are you filming? My kids fighting with their deep sense of justice. Let me try chicken breast. Yay! Actually, it's pretty good. Tastes a little dry. I'm so hungry. It's like I could taste the fat in it.
I think just because you haven't had fat all day.
I think I'm just kind of weak-minded.
I need some food.
Good bad.
Have some small handful.
Oh my God. I need some onions.
I really feel like I'm just gonna have to consume this really fast.
I just think it's really juicy.
Yeah, but I feel like as it cools down, it'll be less appealing. All right, that's what I'm eating today. And my wife you needed that to get that, what, 11 grams? 211 grams of chicken to get your macro for protein.
Yeah.
You have a half stick of butter.
Not sure I'm going to make it on the butter.
And that's still not enough?
That and my 7 grams of carbs that I combine them, that I'm right under 140.
Right under, yeah. Trying to be a stickler. But remember in the video yesterday when I said she's more balanced than me and probably enjoys life more than I do? Yeah, right. I'm not sure if I'll see you guys tomorrow or not. I'm doing this new thing where I do stuff when I feel like it. Later. All right, well, my wife made me go on a walk. So over 18,000 steps today. I mean, I should thank her. But I was looking at the screen for the day and my goal was 170 grams of protein, but I went up to 201, which I'm trying to get 170 to 205, and without the fat. I just ate a little bit more protein today, and then I got 29 grams of fat, supposedly from that chicken breast. So I actually feel all right today, but just looking at that, it's saying that I'm in a deficit. It's saying I consumed 1,128 calories and I have 1,226 remaining calories, which it seems like then I'm spot on for the day, because I think I have this set for a 500 calorie deficit-ish, but like if I have fat also, like on the other days, it'll be up, but then you have a couple days where you're like way under, but you got the protein. So that's my theory. I guess I could just get a health coach, but I could either eat food or have a health coach currently. So I'm going with the food thing and just figuring this out myself. Merry Christmas.